Hello and good morning. Welcome back to school. Hope your holidays were good, and even though you're at home, it's a bit. We're still at home. I was hoping we'd be back at school by now, but what can you do? We're kind of in limbo here, so we're all still in the house. So we all stay safe and healthy, and none of us get the big scary virus, okay? So we are still doing school from home. One thing we want to do before we start the new unit is review a little bit of Sleepy Hollow. You were supposed to have read chapter 5, chapter 6, and then do the activities, okay? I have a different video that I did before, reviewing the text and giving instructions on the activities. Several of you have done the activities. Others of you, many of you, have not done the activities. And I'm watching who's doing the activity and who's not, okay? I can see it because you're supposed to be putting the comments in the video. So in the YouTube video that I do, you can go into YouTube, you can put in the comments there, okay? So, and I see who does it, who doesn't, and I also make comments if you do it correctly, if you don't do it correctly. I can also respond to you and give you some feedback, okay? And many of you did a good job with the answers, but it's not always correct. For example, in number 3, who is it? And then we have the three names. We have Ichabod, Brahm, and Katrina. For example, who tells many interesting stories? Well, it's Ichabod. Who listens to interesting stories? It's Katrina. Who isn't afraid of ghosts or witches? That's Brahm. Who has got 4 friends? It's Brahm. Who plays a trick on somebody? It's Brahm. And who makes a fire in the classroom? Da-dun, 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 da-dun. That's the trick one. It's Ichabod. Okay? And then in 4, it's what happens in the story. You need to tick the true sentences. Okay? If it's a tick is yes and X is no. Ichabod visits Katrina in her house. True. Tick. One of the other boys fights Brahm for Katrina. No, it's not true. X or cross. Ichabod takes Brahm's horse. No. Cross. X. Brahm and his friends go to the forest to get leaves. Yes. Tick. A witch throws things onto the floor in the classroom. No. Cross or X. And Brahm and his friends laugh at Ichabod. Yes. Tick. Okay. So that's the reviewing the activities. You were supposed to have done that. You had, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to do that. What I want you to do is read chapter 7. Okay, read chapter 7. That's pages 26 and 27 this week. Okay, this week I want you to read pages 26, 27, chapter 7, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Don't miss it. And we are in a new unit. We are back to the student book, New English in Use. And we are in a new unit called Unit 7. It's a celebration. What are we studying in this unit? Lots of things, but mainly food. One of my favorite topics. I love food, I love cooking, I love eating, and it's terrible right now because we are in quarantine and I'm eating way too much. I'm not exercising, and so that means I'm gaining weight, and well, by September you'll see my belly. So I need to find creative ways to stay in shape. But here we're talking about food. We're also going over the adjectives of opinion. How can I say if I like something, if I don't like something, if I find it's delicious, if I find it disgusting. We're also talking about the grammar. Okay, there's different grammar. There was, there were. Okay, there was. That's going to be in the usually in the singulars of I, of singular, or there was with things. With there were would be in the plural in the past, and then was and were, which is just the simple verbs to be in the past. Okay, and then with some of the English in use, to different practical things that are very important. For example, describing a meal. What I have to eat, describing the different elements of it, talking about the past, what happened in the past, different events in the past, something that happened, maybe a special event, or a wedding, or a party, or a family get-together, okay? Different things in the past, and yeah, describing that, but writing. Okay, so those are some of the different things that we are going to be doing in this book. I believe you also have an interactive book, something that's interactive. So I believe you should be able to see different videos. There's a communication video here about eating out, which right now is impossible because you're in the house. Another one is fast food, which I don't know if people are doing too many deliveries today or not. I think there are some restaurants doing deliveries. And then there's a fantastic quiz about food around the world, etc. Okay? But we are going to look at vocabulary. We have vocabulary for food today. We have some introduction vocabulary. And then we have, let's review that, okay? Which food don't you like? Do you like? Which food don't you like? And we are on page 90, okay? We are on page 90 of your student book, New English in Use. Listen and repeat to the food items in color in the menus for different items. Which do you like? Which don't you like? That's number one. That's the exercise number one for vocabulary of food on page 90. Okay, so let's look at some of the food that's on the menus in green. So let's listen and repeat, okay? Listen and repeat. We're going to start with Roy's Place. Come to Roy's Place at Greenville Annual Town Fair. Hamburgers. Repeat. Hamburgers. 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 Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Crisps. 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 Fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks. Juice. 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 Listen. Juice. Now you speak. Juice. Soup. We're in Swan Lake Wedding Hall. A bit like Pio Doce, no? Swan Lake Wedding Hall. Soup. 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 Shrimp. 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 Rice. 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 Steak. 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 Chips. 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 Salmon. 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 Noodles, 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 noodles. Cake, 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 cake. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Ham, ham, ham. Listen, now you repeat. Ham. We're in Big Bob's Christmas dinner special. I'm sorry. Big Bob's Christmas dinner special. Talking about ham, turkey, turkey, turkey. Listen, now repeat. Turkey. Potatoes. Now you repeat. Potatoes. Listen. Potatoes. Repeat. Potatoes. Beans. Now repeat. Beans. Listen. Beans. Repeat. Beans. Pie. 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 Okay. Now, the question here is, which do you like? Which do I like? I like hamburgers. I like hot dogs. I like crisps. I don't like fizzy drinks. I don't like juice. It's too sweet. Fish soup. Not really. Shrimp cocktail. No. I had a bad experience with shrimp when I was living in China. And ever since my experience with shrimp in China, I really don't eat shrimp anymore. Chicken with rice. I love it. Yeah, I like chicken with rice. It's great, especially in Spain. Here you have, well, in America, my mom, and I think we did it too in our house, we did a white rice, and then we had chicken from the oven with a mustard and honey sauce. And so it had a mustardy, honey type sauce with the chicken, and that was in the oven. And then we had steamed rice, and that was really good. Really good. I liked that a lot. Another one. So I like chicken with rice. Here, chicken with rice. The more experience would be the paella. No, the paella is good with chicken and rice. I like it at least. Some people don't like the paella with chicken and rice. They like seafood paella. I think that's more popular. But I think a lot of paellas in Humia are pretty good. Pretty delicious. Steak. Oh, I love steak. Sometimes it's difficult for me to find good steak here in Humia because it's not very popular, I guess. Or there's not a lot of cows. But steak has to come from a cow. Okay? Steak doesn't come from pig or well, I guess horse steaks. I have heard of horse steaks. But usually it's from cow, okay? Aldi has some good steaks that I've enjoyed, and some of the smaller meat stores have good steaks too. Chips. We do have a thing about chips. Sometimes chips would be like potatoes, I think, but we would usually call them fries. In the States. In the US, we would call them fries, and then the UK is chips, maybe patatas fritas, I believe. So it's a bit different between US. The name in the United States would be fries, and then the name in England or in the UK would be chips. And then in the United States, when we say chips, in the UK they call it crisps, and those are like the patatas in bolsa, no? The things that you pull out of a bag. Those would be chips in the United States, and then crisps in the UK. Okay, so a little bit of a difference in vocabulary there. Salmon with noodles. Oh, I love salmon. Salmon's delicious. I really like salmon. Chocolate cake. Oh, I love chocolate cake. It's delicious. I also have a great recipe for chocolate cake. It's an easy recipe. It's called the Hershey 5-minute recipe. And it's definitely a keeper. And it's easy and it's fast and it's delicious. Maybe I'll post the recipe in the information below this video, okay? And you could try it at home. It's really easy. And then vanilla ice cream. I love vanilla ice cream. I'm an American, of course. Americans love their ice cream. We eat lots of ice cream. Love vanilla ice cream. Ham. Yeah, I like ham. It's okay. It's okay. It's ham. Turkey. I love turkey. Turkey is great. We especially eat turkey during holidays, during the winter time. For example, on Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when we eat a lot of turkey, or a lot of turkey. We eat turkey. I don't know if we eat a lot of turkey. Potatoes, potatoes are the best. I love potatoes. I could eat potatoes every day if my wife would let me. But it's probably not very good for me. A lot of carbs, but I love potatoes. Love potatoes. Green beans, yeah, I like green beans. And fruit pie, love fruit pie. I have different fruit pies that I really like. I like apple pie. And the American apple pie is different than the Spanish apple pie. It's a little deeper, it's a deeper dish. It has more fruit in it, less sugar, and it's delicious. There's a good banana pie. I really like banana pie. Raspberry cream pie also is really good. It's got like a cream pudding at the bottom, and then it has got different raspberries on top, and then like a whipped cream on top of the raspberries. Those are some of my favorite fruit pies. Another good pie that I really like is pumpkin pie. I don't know if you could classify pumpkin pie as a fruit pie though, because it's more of a vegetable, but it's also absolutely delicious. Another fruit pie that's really good, that's difficult to make here in Humia, just because of the availability of the fruit, would be fresh blueberry pie. You need a lot of blueberries, and blueberries here are very expensive. But wow, fresh blueberry pie is absolutely amazing. If you ever travel to the United States and have an opportunity to try some fresh blueberry pie, it's worth it. Okay, something to take advantage of. Okay. Now, we have in exercise 2, we have listen in to repeat to the words below. Which food items do you use to make a salad, a fruit salad, and a sandwich? Okay, so first we're going to listen and repeat to the words. Okay, listen and repeat. Carrots, tomatoes, lettuce, cherries, oranges, eggs, cheese, bananas, butter, onions, olives, grapes, rolls, apples, and apples. Okay? So that's your vocabulary. Now what you should do is you should have your notebook, your English notebook, and you should be writing down the vocabulary that we're reviewing here, and you should be writing down the definition, right? So you write down the word carrots, and then you write down what carrots mean. Zanahorias, I believe. Tomatoes. What are tomatoes? Write the definition of tomatoes. Lettuce. Then write down the definition. What is a lettuce? Lechuga. So that you know all the, so you make sure that you know how to write, spell the word, and you know the definition, okay? That's very basic for this unit. Which food items do you use to make a salad? No, this would be like a typical lettuce salad. Can you use carrots? Yeah. I think you could actually use carrots for a lettuce salad and a fruit salad. Tomatoes would be for a normal salad. Lettuce, yes. Eggs, you can use in a salad, yes. Cheese. Onions would be delicious. Olives are fantastic. Okay, so that would be for a lettuce salad. Now, what food items do you use to make a fruit salad? I think cherries. Cherries would be delicious in a fruit salad. Oranges, of course. Bananas are good. The problem with bananas is if it's in a fruit salad for a long time, the bananas turn brown. And it looks a little bit ugly, but they're delicious. Maybe just don't look at the fruit salad then. I don't know. Grapes are good. Many times we cut the grape in half. No, we cut the grapes in half in a fruit salad. So they're easier to poke and eat. At least that's what my mother did. I've done it too, my wife, and apples. Okay, we also use apples in a fruit salad. And what items do we need to make, do we use for a sandwich? Well, tomatoes, lettuce, eggs. You could use eggs. Cheese, yes. Butter. You put some butter on inside if you want, or here you put olive oil. No, but in America we use butter more. Onions, you could. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I won't put onion in my sandwich. And rolls. What are rolls? Well, rolls are little pieces of bread. It's usually round or roundish type bread, and it's usually very soft. And you can make delicious sandwiches with rolls. Okay, so those are some of the different items that you use. Now, what you can do is you can use your interactive book to play around with the vocabulary. Okay, so I think that would be a good thing for you to do to start using the vocabulary a little bit for this unit. Play around with it a little bit with your interactive book that you have, and we're in unit 7. Okay, play around with the vocabulary, listen a little bit, start repeating, start doing some of the games that you have in your interactive book. Okay, and we'll see you soon. See you next week. Okay, goodbye.